I gave another human being a second chance at life.
It's like being reborn because I was given up for dead.
Somebody decided to be a donor and they changed my life.
When they say it's a miracle life, it is the miracle of life.
And I think that's the great thing about transplantation, is it really gives you a chance to live your life.
It became very obvious to me that I wanted to be able to help people. We want to extend life. We want to make life healthier and happier. And we can't do that when cells are dying, when organs are dying, when people are dying. I didn't understand why certain people would reject the organs so violently from another person, and some people wouldn't reject the organs almost at all.
There's a tremendous amount that needed to be known about how the body interacts with essentially foreign objects.
So we then decided we needed a laboratory with the personnel with that type of experience.
And so that pioneering effort could not have been accomplished, frankly, without Bob and Ralph Mendez, and I think they, in their own right, are visionaries within the whole world of transplantation.
Their whole life and whole prime for business is to support organ donation and organ transplant.
Well, I think the pioneering work that's ongoing at the Institute is focused across the spectrum of transplantation, from the point of retrieval, techniques of retrieval, to point of organ preservation, the preservation solutions.
We've come to understand the immune system in a much better light, and so we can prevent rejection. We are able to preserve organs for a longer period of time. We're able to have a more successful outcome for organ transplantation.
Without a good research program, we can't hope to advance this whole arena of healthy organ donation.
The research that the Institute is doing is vital for the longevity of the patients that have transplantations.
NIT has done so much to think about that, not just getting somebody successfully transplanted, but also thinking about how do you extend the life of that transplant.
Our serology lab is really at the forefront of serological testing. It tests a very wide number of potential infections in a very large number of individuals.
And has made NIT the largest organ donor testing laboratory in the country, if not the world, because of their ability to focus on doing organ donor testing at a state-of-the-art level, for introducing new tests before anyone else, and for a reliability beyond compare.
We have over 350,000 people in the United States waiting on dialysis, and many of them aren't aware of the fact that a transplant can be possible for them. So one of the more exciting aspects of the Institute over the past 3 to 4 years has been the development of patient education.
I feel that NIT is changing lives with this program.
It tells dialysis patients that they have the option of transplantation and lays out the good and the bad associated with that.
It's amazing the bond that you have with the patients once they know that you have a transplant. Yes, we get very close to them.
I think we all have a responsibility to educate those around us about organ donation and what it can mean in the lives of others.
It is amazing that how patients would simply not be aware of the availability of transplantation as an alternative of care.
All of the work that we do is published in one form or another, usually in terms of a paper in a scientific journal.
We want people to understand and become more conscious of the fact that they can give a life to another individual.
It takes so many people and remarkably complex instrumentation and sophisticated laboratories to do this research and to get the word out.
A small gift now can lead to something that could have an impact on every transplant recipient from now on.
The nuns have taught me no money, no mission. And I think that's really an important saying, and an organization like this requires the resources to operate.
If you can give more, give more. If you can't, give of your time. It will come back to benefit you.
We want to extend life. We want to make life healthier and happier.
And when you've given, and when you know that you've saved someone's life or you've assisted in saving someone's life, there's no better feeling.
I would encourage anyone who is physically able to do it to give that gift to another.
I've not had any adverse effects whatsoever with only having one kidney. I would do it again if I had another one.
The fundamental human generosity of the gift of the life from one person and one family to another transcends all the things that make us different and reminds us of the things that make us one.
Ultimately, we will be able to choose the right drugs for the right individual patient. We call that intelligent immunosuppression.
And now we're looking to that research to find ways to not just extend how long an organ can last before transplant, but make that organ better, make that organ function better for the recipient, reduce the amount of time they have to spend in the hospital.
And I think the opportunity to take adult tissue and actually generate stem cells is the wave of the future. And again, through interaction with the NIT, I think we can make that happen.
The more research they do, the better they get at it, the better the results.
When you change somebody's life, you don't change their life, you change the lives of the people around them. And you know, you look at my kids' lives, you look at the life of my mom and my wife, and you know, without this transplant, it would have been a lot different.
The thing that I'm so very proud about the Institute is that it is the major institute of transplantation in America today, and we hope it will continue to grow for many, many more generations.